Hey everyone, and today we're going to talk overworld raids. Now, this is a special and kind of niche part of Dwarf Fortress where you send dwarves out away from your map to go mess with something on the overworld in general. This can be going to recover an artifact, maybe it belonged to you originally and someone stole it, or maybe you sold it but you want it back, or maybe it never belonged to you. Maybe it's just a nice thing on the map that you want. Maybe you're trying to conquer a neighboring city. Maybe you're trying to just demand tribute. Maybe you're just trying to bully nearby civilizations into submission. In this case, what I did was just to try it. I've never tried this before, and I think I might have already messed it up. But so in my case, what I did was I sent 3 squads of approximately 10 each, maybe a little less, maybe about 25 soldiers, archers, armor users, I think maybe even some ununiformed wrestlers, things like that. I sent them to the nearest possible rival dwarven civilization, to a hamlet of about 30 dwarves. So you would think I'm sending 1 trained combatant for each citizen. It has now been a year and I have not heard back from them. It's a 5-day travel. So the way I understand it, and we're going to learn about this together, this is the first time I've ever tried overworld raiding. So definitely leave in the comments all the stuff I'm doing wrong as you watch this footage and as you hear about what's going on. But so it said that it was about a 5-day travel. So that should be 10 days each way. And as I understand it, it calculates the travel there and the travel back, after the mission is successful. And then depending on what you're doing, if you're looking for an artifact, then the dwarves might search for years, hearing rumors and tracking down leads. But in my case, it's a specific settlement that we know about, and I'm sending raiders. And you'll see in this footage that you can give fairly specific instructions. You can have the dwarves show up like a goblin siege or something and just try to burn everything down. You can have them try to sneak in and steal things. You can have them focus on recovering items or recovering people, all kinds of stuff like that. I still have to learn all the little details. But in this case, I sent 25 combatants to a village of 30 dwarves. And I said, try to sneak in, don't burn everything down. Don't try to demand money or claim this town, but go in, see what you can steal, defend yourselves if you get caught and move out. And I have not heard from them. So one thing that's important is that I said 5 days out, right? So the important thing in Dwarf Fortress is that each month is 3 days, if I remember correctly. So when you hear a day, you should imagine 10 days, or if it's easier, imagine a fraction of a month. But it's been 12 months now, and so multiply that by 10, if I'm doing that right. I'm also very sleepy today, so forgive me if I'm wrong. But the point is that 3 days would fit into a month. So it should not take a whole year. So I'm wondering what's going on with them. And I've looked it up. Apparently you can send messengers after them. You can send more soldiers after them. As you can see here, we've recovered from sending 30 people. It's kind of sad. It's kind of like reality where you send off soldiers to war, and life continues on without them, for a year. The fortress is healing from their loss, but I do want them back. I didn't think that they were just going to be missing now. So definitely leave in the comments ways that I can investigate, kind of track them down, see what happened. Can I still support them? There's other things, as I Google, I've seen that there are apparently bugs that are related to this, because it is kind of a small niche part of Dwarf Fortress, that there are ways to get stuck, and then you have to send, you have to disband squads, and then the dwarves will wander back, something like that. I'll look into that. I'm not even sure if this is a bug yet, but you will see, as I open up these menus, that the dwarves aren't listed as dead or missing or anything like that. The game knows where they are. It does seem like they're not bugged. They're out there doing something, but it was supposed to be 10 days, which again, so in Dwarf Fortress actually means divide that by 3 days a month. So, they should be back within kind of towards the end of the season. Next season, they should be back from raiding this, and they've been gone for a year. So if a few of my commenters seem to be pretty knowledgeable about this stuff, so definitely clue me in if that sounds like something you recognize. I set them out pretty geared, and like I said, you'll see in these menus, it was the basic vanilla thing, like sneak in, don't try to burn everything down, but defend yourself and take everything that belongs to us and anything that valuable that you can get your hands on. And they're out there, as the game reports, still alive, still out there. But it's possible that they got ganked by this hamlet, that they were just really not very good soldiers at all, or something weird happened, and that I need to go investigate and then learn that they're all dead or something. So, here's something really important that I learned, that I would definitely pass along to you guys, is I did send my mayor and or my expedition leader out on this adventure, and while they're gone from the fortress, it turns out, I didn't realize this, it turns out that you cannot assign or reassign any nobles. Apparently that was always a function of the expedition leader or mayor, whoever it is, the leader, the de facto leader of your dwarves. If they are not on site, you are locked in. At some point, if this footage of this clip made it into the final cut, you will see that my chief medical dwarf is badly injured and unconscious in a medical bed, and no one can help him. He's the doctor. It's like that old riddle, how does the doctor operate on their own, whatever. But so yeah, I can't even swap him out with another competent dwarf to have him examined, because our chief medical dwarf is unconscious and our leader/mayor is off on this raid. We learn important lessons. Losing is fun in Dwarf Fortress. That's always been the motto. So I am enjoying this. It does seem like the sick thing, the dark thing, is that it does seem like we're going to be able to just continue on with this lost contingent gone. It's going to be like in does anybody else remember that movie with Tom Hanks where he's like a castaway? I think it was called Castaway. And then he gets back home to his wife and he's like, I'm home. I survived this incredible journey. And she's like, oh, I assumed you were dead 10 years ago. So this is my new husband. We're going to have some awkward situations like that in my fortress at this rate. But that's the update, everybody. And if we made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe. We are very close to the 500 subscriber goal, which is going to be a live stream where chat can teach me animal husbandry. I'm slowly learning about that, but definitely still a lot of optimization, so I'll appreciate everyone's input. And that's all I got. Keep an eye out and keep them in your prayers. These 25 lost dwarves who just because I wanted to experiment, they're attacking a neighboring village. They're not good people, honestly. Maybe they get what they deserved, and maybe I do too for losing those dwarves, because I really just wanted to see how this mechanic worked. And I'm hoping in the comments we can have a really good discussion, and I can learn a lot. I always learn a lot from y'all. So let me know what is wrong. Where'd they go? Where'd my dwarves go? That's all I got for tonight. All right. Good night, everybody.